I'm live. Hi, everyone. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the United States. I've got my coffee. My hair is you like it. Anyway, I just thought I'd get on here. I know this is a blog, so you can listen or you don't have to. Uh, I am getting into, I always love a new show. I don't typically get kind of obsessed with a new show that wherever it's playing, whether it's Amazon Prime, whether it's Netflix, whether it's Hulu, but I do have some favorites and found another one that is particularly interesting, and it's called 1899. It's on Netflix, and I'm not there. Well, there might be spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, just scroll on by and come back later. But if you're intrigued by this, I just wanted to put my thoughts out there about it. As you can see by my cover thing, I may your coffee kick in before reality does. If you've gotten that far into the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a really good show, I think. It's a little slow in kind of starting up. So, which I think, ironically, during the pandemic, I didn't really, I haven't been able to even read a book, let alone write, let alone do a lot of things. And so now, when I have zero time to do these things, I'm finally getting into shows again. Go figure. And I mean, I had to work through the pandemic. So, anyway, but this is a new show on Netflix, and it is not what you think it is. It has a lot of twists and turns. And if you like that sort of thing, I recommend it. I like those sorts of things. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it and you don't know anything about it and you think you've been wanting to watch it but you haven't started, stop this video, go and watch it, and you can come back if you want to. But for those, so that's my spoiler alert. Okay, so you've been warned. So if I say anything going forward, you will know. So I typically like a lot of twist and turn kind of mind bending science fiction kind of stuff. And this show really does fit the bill. I like the production quality of it. It is very dark, and it comes off initially, obviously, as a historical piece, but pardon me. But as you get into the series, you'll notice there's some things that don't add up, and there's some mysteries, and it's kind of getting into that what is going on kind of territory. It's kind of reminiscent to some other series, and I'm trying to remember. Kind of like a matrixy sort of reality, or Total Recall, those kinds of things, like what is going on, kind of thing. And I love those kinds of movies because they really challenge our sense of what is reality, like what is really going on. And I talk a lot about that on this channel about how we are uh, sorry. I talk a lot about that on this channel about, how we perceive the world around us in a lot of ways. I know a lot of it's commentary about things like censorship and everything, but that all does lead into, how our personal beliefs and biases and um, ignorance and being kind of kept asleep um, really kind of shapes our reality, right? Now, I haven't finished the series. I'm only on the sixth episode, so I have two more episodes that I have to watch before, and I don't even know if there's going to be a second series. I haven't a clue, but I do like it. I think that one of the things that I really, really, really liked about it is the fact that, pardon me. is the music choices. I really think that the audio quality of this series is very unique and interesting. It really shapes the way the episodes go, and it's not your typical it's not your typical orchestral kind of, stuff, but it is there and it's very unique. It's very the rhythm of a lot of the choices that they make in the sound and the music choices and the background sound, etc. Very interesting. And I love it because I love the very end of each episode because they really make some very interesting song choices, right? I really like the fact that they bring in these old songs from the 60s and in the 80s, with Echo and the Bunnymen in the um Killing Time. That's the name of the song. I love that song. I'm an 80s girl, so I really, really love that song. But one of the other songs, and I just love it because you're like watching the series, you're watching the episode, and here you are going along with whatever's going on. It starts getting weird, and then at the very end, they turn on, they introduce this music, this song, and it just shifts the whole energy of the episode. And I love that. It just because it kind of takes it from something that appears to be historical and um anachronistically puts this music in it, and it works really well. I think it just kind of gives that really nice edgy feel to it. And one of the songs that I discovered, like, I mean, I'm familiar obviously with Jimi Hendrix and Deep Purple and obviously Black Sabbath, etc., and of course, White Rabbit, which is the theme of the song or the theme of the series. And I always loved those music, but admittedly, this Deep Purple song that they played, I think I've heard it, but I was never really a big Deep Purple fan, obviously, because this song came out. It's like, I'm trying to remember the name of the thing. It's like something child. I can't remember. Anyway, I was like 2 when that song came out, and no one really cultivated me to really like Deep Purple. Okay. I mean, I was familiar with them, but it wasn't really my genre of musical style in growing up. But I have to say that it's like it kind of piqued my interest into rediscovering Deep Purple now and some other bands, just because I think that the whole, me being born in '68, I'm a '60s baby, but I was, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm like I'm into the '80s music. And I think the way the '60s kind of shaped, they always have these stupid montages of musical styles, and you really never discover that genre of music unless you were coming of age during that time period. And I wasn't. I was 2 years old. So going back and going, that's interesting. Maybe I'd like to listen to that a little bit more. So, but anyway, I really like that choice. So whoever did that was a really I mean, I know that they use a lot of contemporary music in a lot of different series, but the way this series brings in that music, I think that it makes it very, it's kind of like you're going along and you're getting sucked into the storyline, and then something shifts, and this really edgy, very um I don't know, I don't know how to describe it, but these songs that they introduce at the end, I think really just kind of take that, because you're feeling you're going for a ride, and then bam, it just kind of gets locked up into this different anachronistic gear, and you're just kind of like, whoa, I really like that. So I like that about the series. And obviously, I like the mysterious mind bending. Like, where are they? What are they doing? Who is this guy? What's really going on? And we're starting to get into that as you get into the 6th episode. But I don't know. I just really like it. I just wanted to put a shout out for those series. and put my own 2 cents out there. I know that it's probably not worth that much, but I thought I'd do it anyway. I'm always looking for interesting, creative stuff to watch. And it's also inspired me to rediscover some of my own writing. I used to be kind of an avid writer. Did NaNoWriMo a couple of years. This is the month of NaNoWriMo. And I actually completed NaNoWriMo in the past, several years ago. And I haven't, because the way my life is gone, I haven't really had that much time to focus on that. But it really kind of has reinvigorated my inspiration, kind of to dust off and hunt down some of these older stories that I started, and maybe try and actually get to it and write something again. So, because I really do like that kind of alternative, and I think so much content on TV a lot of the times is very tropish. It's very boring. A lot of stuff that I read, I'm really disappointed with. Like, I'm just going through my library apps, and the stuff that's getting put, and even on Kindle or whatever, and the stuff that's getting pushed to me is, I don't know. It A lot of it I can notice, and of course, if I ever published anything, I probably would be self-published too. So I'm not downing self-publishing per se. Um, but I think that a lot of there's just a lot of tropish, kind of like weird stuff, and I'm like, why are you shaping it like that? There's just really no major originality. It's either very dark. I mean, this is dark, but it's dark in a kind of a weird mind-bending way, but dark in a lot of other ways. I don't know how to describe it. And it's just you're getting really involved in a story, and then it just kind of lets you down in the subsequent series that they have. And so, I don't know. That's my commentary. I think that, Hollywood really, I haven't actually been to a movie in a long time. I watched the latest um, uh, Downton Abbey and some other stuff, but which is enjoyable. But I don't know. I mean, I think generally speaking, I think Hollywood has really disappointed. So it's kind of a fun show, and I recommend it. And let's see, I'm gonna keep this short because I gotta actually be at work right now, and I gotta study. So anyway, I hope everyone has a nice Thanksgiving, and thanks for listening. And I just felt like I needed to say my 2 cents about the show. So anyway, have a great weekend, and I'll see you when I see you. Thanks. Bye.